Welcome to Love Unveiled. In this video, we are going to decode the true meaning of love as elucidated in 1 Corinthians 13. This is a series intentionally designed to escort you on a deep dive journey into the heart of love. We magnify its intricacies, complexities, and its cardinal role in relationships. We dissect the raw beauty and depth of love as depicted in one of the most celebrated chapters of the Bible, 1 Corinthians 13. Our exploration begins with a thorough interpretation of love's character as presented in 1 Corinthians 13. We will walk you through the distinctive attributes of love such as patience, kindness, and its ability to endure all things. We'll delve into the profound implications of this powerful emotion, how it not only shapes and influences our lives but also acts as a binding force in our relationships. Our mission is to demystify love, elucidate its complexities, and truly understand its essence. We shall encounter different viewpoints, interpretations from scholars, and real-life narratives of love, all of which will aid in comprehending the breadth and depth of this beautiful emotion. From romantic relationships to familial bonds and friendships, we dissect how love makes these connections stronger and more fulfilling. We strive to provide practical examples and advice on how love can be practiced in everyday life. From displaying patience in stressful situations to exercising kindness in our interactions, we plan to guide you on how to live out love's characteristics in your daily routine. The aim is not only to gain deep insights and to foster a better understanding of love, but also to inspire you to embrace and actively practice love in its truest, purest form, in every relationship and every situation. We endeavor to offer you a unique perspective, a fresh lens through which love can be seen, understood, and appreciated. In this journey, you'll witness the transformative power of love, its ability to heal, unite, inspire, and its indispensable role in human bonding. So, brace yourself to embark on a fascinating journey as we decode the true meaning of love, its practical application, and its significance in relationships, all as revealed in 1 Corinthians 13. Love is patient, a quality that imbues it with an unparalleled resilience. It is akin to the steadfast oak tree standing tall through the harshest storms, its roots deeply embedded in the earth. This virtue cannot be overstated. Just imagine a seedling. It doesn't sprout overnight but requires time, care, and the right conditions to grow. Similarly, love doesn't rush or force situations to unfold rapidly. It understands that the beauty of life lies in its pacing. It is like a watchful gardener, patient and understanding, giving space for growth and change, fostering the seedling of affection into a blooming flower of relationship. In addition, love exemplifies kindness. Picture a mother cradling her newborn. Her love knows no bounds, extending even to the moments when the baby is restless or crying in the middle of the night. She responds not with frustration, but with kindness and understanding. Similarly, love never falters in showering kindness even upon those who might not reciprocate. It's like a beam of sunlight, indiscriminate in its warmth, reaching all who stand under its glow. Love carries the boundless ocean of care for others, transcending expectations or conditions. It doesn't stoop down to the level of petty jealousy or engage in needless competition. It is like the moon, never comparing its glow to the brightness of the sun, but rather illuminating the world in its unique subtlety, without any boast or pride. It doesn't strive to outshine, but instead fosters a nurturing environment for individual growth, just like the soil embracing the seed, enabling it to sprout into a magnificent tree. In essence, love is a gentle force, a quiet influence that comforts, uplifts, and inspires. It doesn't need applause or a standing ovation because its power lies in its humility. It doesn't seek validation. Rather, it is content, knowing the positive impact it has made, like a teacher who feels gratified seeing the growth and success of their students. Love is humble, love is patient, and love is kind. Love, in its grandeur, is selfless, an emotion that transcends the boundaries of mundane worldly attachments. It is a profound feeling, a potent force that sparkles with an unparalleled purity, untouched by the blemishes of selfish desires or the tyranny of fleeting whims. Love, in its raw essence, is an altruistic embodiment, a gift that seeks nothing in return, an offering that flows unabated and unclaimed. It is an emotion that speaks of an insurmountable strength to give, to share, to enlighten, and still remain unscathed by expectations or the desire for reciprocation. In the quiet realms of this selfless love, anger finds no foothold. Love is not volatile, It is not a tempestuous storm that gets easily angered or swiftly retaliates at the onset of the slightest disagreement or conflict. Rather, it is like a serene and tranquil lake, a mirrored surface that reflects understanding and empathy. It does not lash out in uncontrollable rage, nor does it allow the shadow of ego to surpass the light of understanding. Love, in its essence, is peace. It moves with a calm surety, a composed stability that can weather any storm. Furthermore, love is a sanctuary of forgiveness, a temple where grudges and resentments find no place. It doesn't harbor the weight of past mistakes, nor does it hold on to them like a painful memory. Instead, love is the soothing balm that heals the deepest wounds inflicted by these mistakes. It is a potent force that fosters an environment of forgiveness, that encourages the heart to let go, to heal, to move forward. Love does not document a list of wrongdoings. It does not dwell in the bitterness of yesteryear. It is not a ledger of past grievances, but a clean slate that is always ready to offer a fresh start. Like a healing river, it flows with time, washing away the debris of past hurts and resentments, leaving behind a clear and invigorating promise of a fresh start, a new beginning. Love, in its most freeing form, releases us from the shackles of the past. This is the true nature of love, a selfless, forgiving force that is not easily angered and does not keep a record of wrongs. An emotion that reminds us of our inherent capability to heal, to forgive and to offer without any expectations. Love, in its purest form, is akin to a fortress, a sanctuary that stands tall and unyielding against the most brutal tempests of life. It serves as our bulwark in the tumultuous ocean of existence, providing a safe harbor to the ship battling the wild waves. Consider the story of Tom and Sarah, a couple who faced the devastating blow of a financial crisis. When their world was crumbling, it was their shared love that acted as the guardian, insulating them from despair and forming a protective shell around them. Love shielded them from the onslaught of pain, offering solace and strength. This protective nature of love is complemented by an element of trust. Trust, the silent but mighty language of love, is an unvoiced promise that resonates in the souls of those entwined in this eternal dance. It was love rooted in trust that saw Tom and Sarah through their crisis, each one believing in the other's ability to bounce back, always hoping for the dawn after the darkest night. When adversity's cruel hand tries to crush, love unfurls its true might. It perseveres, much like a determined river carving its path through a colossal mountain, patient yet persistent. Remember the tale of John and Mary. They were torn apart by war, separated for years, but their love was relentless. It refused to give in to the despairing reality of their circumstances. Their love was the beacon that guided them back to each other, bringing warmth in the coldest, most solitary moments. Love stands the test of time. It is enduring and resilient. It is that undying flame which never flickers out, even in the most violent storm. It weathers every turbulent wave, survives any catastrophe, and only grows stronger with every challenge. It is the majestic phoenix that soars from the ashes, more vibrant and beautiful than ever before. Remember the story of Susan, who lost her partner but whose love endured, blooming in her actions towards her community and her commitment to the ideals they shared. Love, in her story, never failed. It remained a constant in the shifting sands of her life. Love never fails. In the contemporary world, the essence of love is frequently misapprehended. We inhabit an era where the notion of love is not only misunderstood but often reduced to a simplistic level. Many individuals hold a preconceived yet flawed idea of love, viewing it as a transient emotion that is merely a byproduct of materialistic gestures. They perceive love to be easily gained and even more easily discarded. The evaluation of love in their eyes is often tied to the tally of gifts received, the aggregate of romantic dinners, or the frequency of romantic gestures. We are, unfortunately, groomed by societal norms to seek love in physical possessions, and to hold to the misguided belief that love can be traded like a commodity. This line of thinking, however, merely grazes upon the surface. Delving deeper reveals a much more profound interpretation of love. Love isn't encapsulated in extravagant gestures such as a diamond ring or an opulent vacation. It transcends the act of trying to secure someone's affection with ostentatious gifts. The true essence of love lies in unwavering support, even in the grip of adversity. It is about mutual understanding, patience, and self-sacrifice. Love is the acceptance of someone with all their flaws and treasuring those imperfections. because they contribute to their individuality. It is more about giving than receiving, prioritizing someone else's joy over your own. A significant number of individuals run after momentary emotions, mistaking infatuation for love. They misconstrue the initial flicker of attraction for a profound emotional bond. However, true love is not a transient feeling. It constitutes a deep, enduring connection that only gets stronger with the passage of time and shared experiences. It's not about finding the perfect person, but about appreciating an imperfect person in the most perfect way. It's about discovering someone who inspires you to be a better version of yourself, someone who motivates personal growth and evolution. True love goes much deeper than this superficial understanding. It is intricate, versatile, and incredibly potent. It is all-embracing, long-lasting, and it transcends the ordinary. Love is not an emotion to be recklessly pursued, but rather, it needs to be uncovered, nurtured, and treasured. It is the epitome of beauty in this world, and it is certainly worth waiting for. 1 Corinthians 13 provides a revealing glimpse into the realm of God's perfect love. This isn't just about any love. It's divine, untainted, and pure. It paints a vivid picture of what it means to love unconditionally and selflessly, as God does. This particular verse is not just a beacon of hope guiding us through life's stormy seas, it's a lighthouse that leads us back to the shores of grace, providing us a sense of direction and reminding us of the formidable power of love. The love portrayed in this verse is extraordinary. It's a love that is pure, unblemished, and liberated from the constraints of selfishness and malevolence. It's a love that is patient, kind, devoid of envy, and overflowing with forgiveness. This love sees beyond our faults, our slip-ups, and our shortcomings. It's a persistent love, holding on even when everything else seems to crumble. Now, when we talk about God's perfect love being sacrificial, generous, and compassionate, we delve deeper into its essence. This love, the one described in 1 Corinthians 13, is sacrificial in its very nature. It's about giving without holding back, without expecting something in return. It's about putting the needs and happiness of others before our own, much like God did when He gave His only Son for our salvation. This love is also characterized by its generosity. It's not miserly or calculative. It doesn't consider loving others a depletion of its resources, but a joyous act of giving. God's perfect love doesn't keep a record of the love it has given out, for it knows no bounds, it doesn't run out, it's infinite. And then there's compassion. God's perfect love is profoundly empathetic. It doesn't shy away from the broken, the flawed, or the downtrodden. Instead, it embraces them. It seeks to understand, to comfort, and to heal. It's a love that doesn't judge, but accepts everyone, flaws and all. This divine verse doesn't merely instruct us to love, it dares us to embody this love, to live it, to breathe it in every action. It challenges us to be kind, to bear, believe, hope, and endure all things. It's a call not just to believers, but to all of humanity. It asks us to lead a life brimming with love that is sacrificial, generous, and compassionate. Yes, it's a challenge, but it's one that shapes us into better individuals. It compels us to be more understanding, more forgiving, and more accepting. It's a high calling, but it's also the most rewarding journey one can embark on. For love, as portrayed in 1 Corinthians 13, is the ultimate testament of our faith. So it is our choice to practice love as described in 1 Corinthians 13. This kind of love is not your run-of-the-mill. It is profound, virtuous, filled with purity, and brimming with kindness. This love has the power to transform hardened hearts into soft ones, to lift drooping spirits to soaring heights. It's the kind of love that embodies patience and understanding. This love is challenging and calls us to patience, even when faced with the most trying situations or people who might relentlessly test our patience. It urges us to extend kindness even to those who may have wronged us, who may not seem to deserve it at first glance. This is not easy, but it is transformative. It is a love that prompts us to forgive, to shed any persisting grudges and break the shackles of lingering resentment that have held us captive. The importance of understanding cannot be stressed enough. We are urged to empathize with the struggles and trials of others, to imagine ourselves in their position and perceive the world through their eyes. We are called to follow the golden rule of listening more and speaking less, to be modest learners before becoming teachers, to seek understanding before passing judgment. This love, as described in 1 Corinthians 13, is about choosing to love unconditionally. It is a love that is boundless, free from the confines of expectations and limitations. It is not transactional but transformational. It does not demand reciprocation. It's about letting love guide us, to light our path and steer us towards a life abundant with joy, peace, and fulfillment. True love, as we are reminded, is selfless and humble. It does not brag, it does not begrudge. It thirsts for the happiness of others before its own satisfaction. It is a love that puts others before self. In an ever-changing world, we are called to be the beacon of an unchanging, unwavering love. We are encouraged to radiate with the light of love, spreading warmth and kindness wherever our journey takes us. We are challenged to love without borders, without expectations. It is a choice we make, a choice to love as described in 1 Corinthians 13. When we love in the manner that Jesus loved, we project his character to the world, radiating a powerful beacon of goodwill, kindness, and compassion. To understand the importance of this, we must first grasp the true depth and breadth of his love. His was a love that knew no bounds, a love that healed, redeemed, and restored. It transcended social classes, ethnicities, and cultural norms. It was a love that swept across the globe, reaching out to the sinners, the outcasts, the lost, and the broken. His love was universal, indiscriminate, and all-encompassing. It was a love that was not fleeting or selective, but rather relentless and constant. This concept may sound simple, but it carries a profound significance. It means loving beyond convenience, beyond reciprocation. It means loving without judgment, without conditions. Loving those who are hard to love, those who have hurt us, and those who are different from us. It's a love that calls for sacrifice, for stepping out of our comfort zone, for extending our hearts and hands to those in need, even when it goes against our human nature that tends towards self-preservation and personal comfort. Now you may wonder, why is it so important that we reflect such love? Why should we strive to mirror Jesus' love? The answer lies in its transformative power. For when we love as Jesus loved, we are not just changed, we are transformed. We evolve into better versions of ourselves, becoming beacons of hope and light in the world. This love breaks down walls of prejudice, it builds bridges of understanding, it softens hardened hearts and opens closed minds. And in so doing, it not only changes us, but it changes those around us too. So we extend an invitation to you. An invitation to not just hear about this transformative power of genuine selfless love, but to experience it firsthand. This is not a mere call to action, but an initiation into a journey, a life-changing exploration into the heart of love as Jesus loved. We invite you to step into Jesus' shoes, to see the world through his eyes, to feel what he felt. And as you undertake this journey, you become a harbinger of change, a reflection of Jesus' character, a light in this world. Therefore, when we love as Jesus loved, we become mirrors reflecting his character to the world, amplifying his message of unconditional love. We invite you to embark on this transformative journey and to experience the overwhelming power of genuine selfless love. Thank you for joining us on this journey of unearthing the profound essence of love. Today we have navigated through expansive philosophies and interpretations, expanding our understanding of what love truly encapsulates. From the wisdom of the ancient Greeks and their 4 distinct types of love, to the enlightening theories of modern psychologists about attachment, we've dived headfirst into the pulsating heart of human emotion. We've reveled in the splendor of agape's selfless love, eros's passionate love, philia's deep friendship, and storge's familial affection. We've also dissected the many faces of love, discussing how it can manifest as an action, a deeply ingrained instinct, a powerful emotion, or even a conscious choice. Moreover, we've examined the psychological underpinnings of love, solving the enigma of what stimulates the spark of love and how love influences our mental well-being. We dwelled upon the pivotal role of love in forging personal bonds, nurturing blissful families, reinforcing social structures, and constructing resilient communities. We've shared evocative narratives of love that have the profound ability to inspire, heal, transform, and even transcend the insurmountable hurdles life throws our way.
Enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe so you don't miss any content.